The most enduring mystery in American history may not be a mystery at all. In 1587, 115 English settlers landed on Roanoke Island. Men, women, children. The first English attempt at a permanent colony in the New World. Their governor, John White, sailed back to England for supplies. He expected to return in months. He was gone for 3 years. When he finally came back, the colony was gone. Every last person. No bodies, no graves, no signs of struggle. Just a single word carved into a wooden post, Croatoan. And beneath it, the absence of something even more telling. The settlers had agreed on a code. If they were forced to leave under attack, they would carve a cross. There was no cross. The Roanoke colony was never supposed to be on Roanoke Island. The original plan placed it near the Chesapeake Bay. Richer soil, deeper harbors, a better chance of survival. But the fleet's pilot, Simon Fernandez, had other priorities. He wanted to return to privateering. So he left the colonists on Roanoke and sailed away. This was not England's first attempt at the island. 2 years earlier, a military outpost had failed there. Relations with the local Secotun tribe had already turned dangerous. One colonist had been found with an arrow through his skull. But this time was different. These were not soldiers. These were families, farmers, craftsmen, women, and children. Among them was John White's own daughter, Eleanor Dare. She was pregnant. On August 18, 1587, she gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. 9 days later, John White left for England. He kissed his daughter goodbye. He left behind his newborn granddaughter, and he would never see either of them again. 3 years. That is how long it took White to return. In 1588, the Spanish Armada attacked England. Every available ship was taken for defense. White begged, he petitioned, he waited, and with every month that passed, Roanoke became more distant, more silent, more impossible to reach. When he finally stepped back onto Roanoke Island on August 18, 1590, it was his granddaughter's 3rd birthday. But there was no celebration waiting for him. No smoke from cooking fires, no voices, no children running between the houses. Nothing. The settlement was empty. But it was not destroyed. The houses had not been burned. They had been carefully dismantled, as if the colonists had packed up and moved. A heavy chest White had buried before leaving had been dug up. Its contents were scattered. And near the entrance of the settlement, on a wooden post, one word had been carved, Croatoan. On a nearby tree, 3 letters, C-R-O. The agreement had been clear. If the colonists relocated, they would leave behind their destination. If they were attacked, they would carve the sign of a cross. But there was no cross, no warning, no final cry for help, only a word, Croatoan. White wanted to sail south immediately, toward Croatoan Island, toward the tribe that had been friendly to the English, toward the only clue his family had left behind. But then, a storm hit. The sea turned violent. His crew refused to continue, and instead of sailing toward the answer, they sailed back to England. John White would never return to Roanoke. He died still writing letters, still petitioning the crown, still asking for permission to go find his family. For more than 400 years, people called it a disappearance, the Lost Colony, a settlement erased from the earth. But what if it was never erased? What if the colonists did exactly what they said they would do? The most common theory was assimilation, that the colonists moved south to Croatoan Island, now known as Hatteras Island, and lived among the Croatoan tribe. Later explorers told strange stories. Native people with gray eyes, with English features, with knowledge of European customs, hints of a colony that had not died, but merged into another world. But there was another possibility, one hiding in plain sight. On a map drawn by John White himself, a patch had been placed over a location roughly 50 miles inland. For centuries, no one knew what was beneath it. Then, in 2011, researchers examined the map with modern imaging, and under the patch, they found a hidden symbol, a fort, They called the location Site X. When archaeologists began digging there, they found objects that did not belong by accident. English pottery shards, a signet ring, copper items, artifacts matching the Roanoke period, buried in layers dating to the late 16th century. The colonists did not simply vanish, they moved. Not to one place, but possibly to two. Some may have gone south, toward Croatoan. Others may have moved inland, toward a site marked on John White's own map, a place he may have known about before he ever left for England. The mystery was never just about an empty settlement. It was about a message, a carved word, a missing cross, a hidden fort, and a map drawn by the man who spent the rest of his life trying to return. The Lost Colony of Roanoke was never lost. They left a message, they left a destination, and for 400 years, history kept looking for bodies when it should have been following the clue. This is Legends of Liberty.